Cool. Looks like everything is up here. Okay, looks like we can jump into the world. Everything should be theoretically all set. Jeez, it has been an absolute minute. Oh, you know what? Hold up. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. Okay. I need the foods. I need all the foods, all the foods, all the foods. Okay. Alrighty. So we do have some stuff that we need to do to prepare for the next video. I'm going to need quite a bit of bricks. So I need to smelt up some stone. I don't think we have the blaze rods for it yet. Did I place blaze rods? I did. I only have 28. And how much cobble we got? Yeah, we got plenty. So we only have so many stone bricks right now. Need to place everything back. I keep middle clicking because I think I have the inventory sort from GregTech on still. But I just don't. It's alright, we'll get used to it. Alright, cool. So, we have all of these. I should probably split them a bit better. Ah, crap. I do not want to do that. Oops. Oh, there's no shortcut to move? I thought there was. Jeez. It hasn't been that long since I've been playing vanilla. Just kidding. It hasn't really been that long. I'm just being a little bit lazy. Okay. I think the next thing I really want is a furnace room. And I want to be able to drop blaze rods into a chest and just have them go everywhere where I need them to. In fact, we're probably going to make another trip here because, to be quite frank, we do not have a lot of stuff here. Leather boots. Did I place these in another chest? I think just go in here. Saddle can go in here, right? Yeah. That is the other thing. I really want to get a sorting thing for this. Oh. You can go in there for now. Place water bottles in here. Why not? Let's craft another diamond sword. Should have some sticks in here. And I want to do that just so when we are in the end, we don't have to sit there and worry about that main sword breaking. Be very nice. Should be able to enchant this. Dang, we're so close. You know what? Let's get some cows real quick. This needs to be shrunk down. You know what? We're not going to get enough XP from this. Alright, I guess we'll just go straight to the end. Unfortunately, we can do that again later. Oh, hey, at least we tried. We'll take Sweeping Edge. Oh, Fire Aspect. Not that it doesn't really do much against Blaze, right? No, I don't think that does anything. Yeah, this is the way to it. Just gotta make sure my phone was charging. That is one thing I do need to build as well, is a nice little ice railway or little channel in here. And I got a lot of stuff that I've got to do. It's so far out here. Just gotta make sure that there's no withers. Alright, looks like we're clear. The withers have been absolutely insane over here lately. A lot more than I expected to be. Is this... I was gonna say, where's nothing spawning? Oh, there we go. Just gonna have to wait a while before we start actually killing them. Does there respawn more? Yeah. I am going to lower the mobs a bit, because this will get very loud. Have a block right there. That should be fine, right? Yeah. But now it's just a waiting game. I honestly think if I had needed to do one thing better... Hey, I see the Etho vibes in the vase, yeah. That is kind of the actual inspiration for it. I wanted to do something Etho-like, because he is the reason why I got into Minecraft. So, nice little nod to him, but obviously going to do my own things in there still. Not copying his base one for one. It's quite literally impossible. But I have an idea to differentiate pretty early on. The different branches of the base are going to get different log themes and stuff. Alright, we are getting our first places to drop down here. This side is not as hot as this one, though. This one's been very hot. And we want to take a look. Down here. You can see they are coming in here slowly but surely. Not as fast as I would like them to. Just want to make sure I'm not opening up the wrong one here. There we go. Starting to heat up again. This side is not going for whatsoever. Kinda odd. This side, however, was going very well. We still see them passing through here. Like, I just saw some spawn. I'm still not going to hit this. Even though we do have a good amount of them here. What am I looking for? F3+1. Okay, that is not it. That is not it. To edit, press F3, F6. Oh, sick. Mob, no, entity, and overlays. And overlay. I'm not sure where that exactly... Oh. Alright, yeah. So there's 42 blaze in front of me. 43. Once this gets up to about like 100, well, I think you can only go up to 88, right? Is that what I'm taking away? Yeah. Slowly getting there. Slowly but surely getting there. Although it looks like we are starting to hit the cramming limit. See him bouncing around. So the only thing is that if we start hitting them, we have to reset the spawner after. So as long as they're still going, I think we can just let it go. Alright, now they're taking damage. Yeah, see how they are like raising up on the side, so we're gonna have to reset now. It's the only downside with this one. Alright, got just about a stack, and we still do have some flowing, but we are going to reset anyways. So the way that you do that is that you just stand down here. Stay down here for like a good minute or two, and then just go straight back up. Nothing too crazy. They will all eventually push each other out of there, so it's pretty much what we're waiting for. So like these guys that are flowing down and then like not raising back up, those are non-aggroed. We'll know that they're good because they won't start flying up in here. In fact, it looks like they already de-aggroed. So I think we should be good to go back up to the top. We still have a few that are aggroed. If I stay over here, maybe able to de-aggro. Although they might be, I might be too close to it still. Yeah, the new ones that are spawning are dropping down. As you can see, that one right there that I'm looking at, he's not flying up. It's only these couple that are still aggro for whatever reason. They be mad, boys. Yeah, this side's perfectly fine. I think one of the projects I might end up doing though is getting the bottom part to not combine into both, so that way I can choose if I want to use one or both of them at the same time. It'll prevent this from happening. But like this is also good if I'm just sitting here AFK without anything to do. Actually, I wanted to try something here. So maybe a little bit risky to set up, but knock out that back wall for them. Then we can get more to cram down here. Although, oh, gotta start hitting them. It's essentially how you know you're good to hit them, is because you'll hear that cramming sound happen. Really no other way around it. Is this looting? It is looting. Okay. You can only hold one stack. What's the point of a bundle then? Maybe many blocks? So now to reset, we go down here and we just sit here for a minute. They'll all get pushed out eventually. Looks like most of the aggro ones got pushed out. As I say that one was aggroed. Well, maybe not. Alright, I think we can go back up. Alright, so this side's got some ones that are still aggroed. Oh well. Look at that, they're all flowing still. I wonder if I just like sit on one side. The other side will eventually chill out. Curious if that happens. don't think so. I don't think that's working. Yeah, so we got a full reset. So what we do is sit down here. Just wait for all the mobs to start flowing again. Oh boy. That side hasn't started flowing yet. This side's good. Left side at least. Alright, I see that right side going, so we should be good now. Some still floating. Those are hitting the ground. And I saw one fall in, so we should be good. Back in business. That one is aggroed right there. Ooh. Not mean to do that. That was a very risky move there, but we take those. Now that they're all flying up, you just come down here, and we sit here until they all start moving again. Kind of tedious, and it's a little bit unfortunate that that's how you have to do it, but it is what it is. looks like we're back to normal flow. And we rinse and repeat. Already got a good amount that is stacked up here.
going. Another half stack. Let's get one last stack. One more stack and then we'll head back.
Wonder if I just sit here and just let them cram damage, or take yeah, cram damage. I'm wondering how many blaze rods I would get off of that. So that might be something pretty cool. It's just to let this AFK be completely AFKable, and then I just get infinite blaze rods from it. Not that I needed the XP as well. The XP is fantastic, but there's better forms of XP farms as well. I think we're getting close to it soon. So loud. So one thing about this farm, it is literally the most loud farm in the entire game. It's gotta be. Alright, looks like we're getting close because I see them bouncing between each other. Anytime soon. I don't think it's gonna happen in front of us, is it? At least with those ones bouncing up there. That's got to at some point, right? Oh, is that it? That one did not drop a blaze rod. Interesting. Not seeing them drop their loot, so I don't know if that's a bug or not. No. interesting. I thought that should be dropping, but I guess not. This is super satisfying though. Alright, yeah, that's enough. Alright, we gotta be careful now because we've been in here for quite a while, so usually... There's Blaze down there. Usually I'll see a wither or two spawn by now. Does not look like we got any wither skeletons to spawn, which is good. Yeah, usually by now we would have several. Is there sheep in here? Alrighty. What is this guy trading right now? You're trading wheat for emeralds? I did not mean to do that. You want paper for emeralds. That shouldn't be an issue. Lo and behold, we got plenty of it. Haven't been AFK in the base long enough for that to grow more. think I placed any down here. No, I don't think I did. Unfortunate. That would have been pretty nice, right? Alrighty. This part is easy. We just gotta throw all that in here. I probably could have done mud blocks instead in there as well, just to help with getting more out of the collection, but water's fine. What did I want to do? There's a lot of things I could do right now. That's right, we did have a dedicated chest for that. I don't know why I like putting paper in that chest. I always do it. I don't really have a best spot for paper. I guess here. Okay, so there's two things I want to do. First things first, I hear myself somewhere. I don't know where I'm hearing myself. Oh, you know what? It's probably from my other device. Yeah. So first things first. Ooh, a book gets me fire aspect. That paper one is like the real one that I could probably do at all. I have nothing else. Bunch of junk. I really need to clean all this out. Okay. I think the next thing I want to do is like somewhat open this space up. Like I feel like I could add like another space to go up and over and then have like a more of an outlook area. which might be pretty cool to do. Like, I want to have like a water feature somewhere, like where you come down these stairs and you kind of see a water feature, like a tree or something. It's like a giant tree or something in there. Could probably work on getting that built out, and that might be something to show off on the video. And then I could probably I could also probably pull clips from the live stream too. There's so many ways you can go about this base right now. I think the number one thing I want to do is mine that out and then open this area up a bit. Like make this a ledge and then go down and have like a bigger area. In fact, I am going to do that. So, we're going to have a bit of mining, which is not bad. It's nice and soothing. Do I have a shovel? I should, right? Yes. Oh, this one's on breaking. I know I've got this like little weird thing going on over here, but I think once we get the space all drawn out in the way that we want to, I think it'll be a little bit nicer to work with. Really wish they had a mob spawning overlay. Be pretty nice, right? My only fear is that there's a cave down in the direction that I want to go, and if that's the case, it's not the end of the world. Just work with it. If anything, it helps make it a little bit more natural, but honestly, I'm not really going for the most natural thing in the world. Hey, this is Ran. Just heard the pumpkin pop. But first, what I want to do is get the general area that I want to put the little thing into excavated out. And then I actually will have a way of extending this out forward a bit more to kind of give like a way of like outlooking the area or an overlook. Might be pretty nice. Alright, so like this over here needs to be drawn back a little bit. And we need to smooth this out a little bit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 19. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to hide this over here. So 5, 3, 2, 1. So let's see. I need to do a circle first. Oops, that is not the right spot for this. This is. So 5, 3, 2, 1. Five, 3, 2, 1. Do another one. Two. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're working to do right now is establish the area that I need to basically dig out, and then everything around it we're going to essentially leave for the time being until we get everything mined out, and then we make the decision on what we want to do with it. So 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 'So there we go. Two. One. One. Two. Three. One, two, three, four, 5. That's 3. 2. Alrighty. Now for the mining part. should probably go sleep in game. I'm pretty sure I can sleep. I don't. No, not yet. Actually, where is the sun? Straight above. Boy, I did not actually want to break that, but that's okay. That is the one I definitely don't want to break. Let's build another one. We're gonna have to, we're gonna really have to go mining soon for some diamond. Alright, something lucky, please. Maybe mending? Efficiency 4, I'm breaking 3. Alright, so let's do this. How do we feel about the look from up here? Is it too small? I think we go wider with this. Let's get the main area dug out first, and then we'll expand it out. It's kind of hard to tell with this low ceiling too. Yeah, I think this needs to be larger. I think this needs to be much larger. Much, much, much larger. I think we go large. I think we go very large here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. We're gonna go very large here. While this might ruin plans for the sorting machine, I have another alternative that we can do to it. And actually, it might give us kind of like a cool view. Whoops. Shit. 3. Alright, so this was the middle block here. That's the one I want. Alright. So we're going to build out 5 in both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, cool. Then we do 3. Oh, yeah. Dude, we cleared that, like, just perfectly. Perfect. And another 3. Let me grab more torches and actually sleep, too. Yeah, we're gonna go a bit overkill. So 3, 3. 1, 2. So 1, 2. One, 2. Right? So 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Two. Actually, I want to do this because it'll make me a little bit more organized. So we got all of these placed. I'm using a tool off to the side. It helps you draw circles, essentially. It's kind of nice that it allows me to kind of paint these in. So you have 3, 1, and then a 2, and then a 1, and then a 2. Then we got another 1. And we got the first 2 vertical. Yep. Then we have a 1. And then a 2. And then a 1. And then we have a 3. And then we have another 3. Then we have 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have a 1, which is right here, and then another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take these all out. So that's all of these. Now I gotta do the 3, 3. Second set of 3. And then we have a single. It'd probably help if I just did this. Alright, so we got the single, and then we have a double. a single again. So we got the double, single. Yep, and then a double. And then we need another double going the opposite way. So that's this one. Yep. Yeah, I think this is going to be plenty. This is going to be very much plenty compared to this small area. It's going to be a lot of mining, but honestly, that's what makes the game fun, is having large projects to do. Not to mention, there's still going to be other ones in between this. Alrighty. So we have our single. Now we have a double. Single. And this is a triple. And then we have another triple. One, two, three, four, five. And then what I want to do is dig this one. I'm gonna place a torch. Whoops. I'm gonna place a torch on this one instead. And then if we did it right, this is just a sanity check, we should end up perfectly in the middle of where we are going. Yep. Cool. Damn, this is gonna be huge. Perfect. That's what we like to see. And we should have enough diorite to make it. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So that is all done. Next is the 3. One, two, 3. So 2 3s, got that. Oh, would you look at that? There's already dye right there. It's almost like it was meant to be. Except I don't want those to be showing. All right, so we have the 1, then we have the 2. So you have the 1, the 2, 1 and then 2, and then we have another 1. Oh no. And then we have another 2. Come on, Diorite. As much as I like using you, I probably should have used like grass or something. So we have those 2, and then we have the 1. Oh, that scared me. I thought we were going to be in much worse shape here. Alrighty. So this is going to be the first turn. Right? Yeah. 3, 2, 2. 3, 2, 2. Cool. 1. So this is going to be a 1 here. What we're going to do is just close that off for now. Then we have a 2. Whoops. One, 2. 2 2s. Whoops. This needs to be Diorite. Then a 1. 1. And then a 3. 1, 3. And then this is also a 3. Okay, so that's 3 and 3. 1, 3, 3. So make sure 1, 3, 3. And then we have a 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one will be the center. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Looks good. Let's mine this all out real quick. One, 2, 3. Oops. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just make sure I'm not getting lost here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we got a single. Okay, and then we got a 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then we got a single. And then we got a 2. So 2 2s. 1, 2, and then a single. Then we have a 2. And then we should see our base shortly here. A 1. A 2. So that's 1, 2. That's the 2 2s. And this is going to be a 1. And then this is going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Haha! We did it. Okay. Now it comes for the tedious part. We're going to mine all this out. And we got a lot of stone that we got to figure out where we're going to put. We have some extra chests. I know I didn't want to put more stuff up here, but I think this is a fine case to do so. Only the stone for now. Everything else has got to go in actual things. Dirt and granite. I know I keep saying it, but man, I can't wait for a sorting system. Gravel. Iron. It's in there. Let's go put the sock in there, or the bundle. I don't need a sword. First, let's do the bottom layer. These lens. These ones are going to be a little bit easier to get to. But yeah, so life's been absolutely crazy lately. I've been playing a lot of hockey. Let's see. What else have I been doing? So hockey's been kind of the main thing. A lot of League of Legends. And I'm not saying League of Legends is a bad game, but it's just something I cannot stream because I rage too much at the game. Maybe at some point we make a second channel for it. And we can maybe have some fun with it. I don't know. It's a kind of a tough game to want to stream. Because not for nothing, but that game is, like I said, very rage inducing. And I don't want to be taking that out while I'm on YouTube or Twitch for that matter. Not that I'd say anything bad, I just don't want to be constantly stressing about talking and then I get in a bad mood and then I just stop talking and all that fun stuff. not fun. But hey, it is content after all. So I think that might go on to a second channel. That might be the FadeX channel. In fact, I am probably going to make that the FadeX channel. There's really no reason not to make that the FadeX channel is that at that point. I think future plans for the base. Well, obviously, this is the first main big project of this world. I shouldn't say it's the first main project because we already had the blaze spawners, and those were pretty solid. The only issue with the blaze spawner farm is that I've got to make an adjustment to it, and that could be a video in its own. Only because it kind of gives you an option for people who do build dual blaze spawners. There's no real videos on how to split them properly, so I think that's going to be something I go and cover. Plus, it is something I want to learn how to do my own and make my own style for it. So I think that might be something that we could probably go on and do. The other big thing is the creeper farm. The creeper farm is another big thing I've been saying I wanted to do. If I can get the creeper farm going, that's huge for us. Absolutely massive. That will make mining out large areas a lot less painful. And yes, I could be using TNT for this. I am totally aware of that. But I'd prefer not to. I want to make it painful. Just kidding. No, I just want the resources, and having all the stone readily available without having to make a farm for it is going to be very useful in the future. Especially because I do plan on making like a hockey arena at some point in this world. Mainly because like I said earlier, I've been playing a lot of hockey. I'm a huge hockey fan. Why not? I think that'd be something absolutely awesome to put in the game. Another thing I could also do is the mob separator. Take either more inspiration from early Etho. That's something I want to talk about is childhood Minecraft YouTubers. I really don't realize how much I've grown into it. It's kind of funny because I'm like sitting there, I'm like, oh yeah, Minecraft YouTube, not really the thing I would want to be doing when I'm 20-something years old, when I was a kid. Here I am, doing that exact same thing. But, it makes it okay. It gives you a way to just kind of express yourself and do what you want to do. Okay, talk about, bullying in not high school, freaking middle school. People used to be like, oh my god, he's a gamer. It's like, okay, cool. Well, maybe I'll do something good with it. But that's just how it is. And it's kind of crazy to see where all those people landed up in life. Not to say that they've all necessarily done well. A lot of them have not. A lot of the ones that used to bully a lot of people. It's kind of funny to see what happens later in life. I think that's going to be the one thing I absolutely campaign for. If I ever had like a platform for it, 1000% anti-bullying. Who cares that the kids cringe? Like, honestly, who cares? Are they actually affecting you? No? Oh, probably should just leave them alone. I think that's one of the biggest issues we have in schools, and just not enough done for it. Still very much present in college, too. I was not bullied in college. Not at all. Not in the slightest. I had awesome roommates. Even the ones that I thought I would absolutely love living with. Sometimes they're not the best people to be living with. Not taking a shot at them, not at all. Fantastic people. Many of who I still talk to today. But it's kind of crazy to see what college does, especially with like after effect college. Like you get to know a lot of people, and I like to say it's like one IRL LinkedIn looking for job page. Everybody's just all looking while you're in college, and not to say that it is necessarily hard to get a job out of college, but right now it is. I feel very bad for a lot of the students that are in there, can't get anything because AI is just absolutely popping off and taking their jobs. I know a lot of people go, oh, well, that's not necessarily true. Like, it's just they're not skilled enough. It's not that they're not skilled enough. It's just that AI is more skilled than them. And that's what's happening. And the only real way to differentiate yourself from one of those people is to just straight up do more than college, which you should be doing anyways. Absolutely. Like myself, I wanted to go into IT, and I sat here pretty much really just trying to get as hands-on as much as I can. Like high school, I went to a vocational school for computer science, and then I ended up going to college for computer science. And then I'm like, hey, actually, you know what? I don't want to be typing all day. Then I looked at this shiny job called information technology. I was like, dude, that's awesome. I'd love to do that. Here I am. Not in a bad way. I absolutely love working with technology, and matter of fact, it is a field that's going to be around for a very long time. Hopefully, I don't think AI ever really kills it off, because you're going to need the like hands-on experience and people to be there. But there's always that future that people are talking about where this is more from Elon more than anybody, but there's a future where like you're not really paying to do, or you're not really paid to do anything. You're just kind of there and exist. And the people that get to utilize AI are the ones that were using it prior, which I think is like the same thing as the .com bubble in a way. And what I mean by that is like the sentiment around it, it's like pretty much the same. It's almost like one for one from what I understand. Yes, I am very much too young to understand that back then and how it was. But just doing a face value comparison of what I'm seeing now versus what is generally talked about is kind of insane. It's just too many parallels. But what do I know? I'm an infotech guy. I know nothing really about the market. Actually, I know a little bit. I know a little bit, but not enough to like trade on it and all that. Though, I will say trading is something that I have been interested. So, I might look at maybe seeing how I can transition to that in the future. Might be something interesting. Be a stock bro. But yeah, I guess the one thing I think is going to really be interesting is seeing how video games evolve, because there's always been this concept of that AI is making the game happen in front of you directly, and sure, it's going to be something interesting, but the issue with that is that you're essentially removing the storytelling from the developers and the people that actually shape it. So you're going to tell me that like in the future somebody's just going to be able to prompt for a game to happen, and an entire series of games is made off of a prompt and shaped of prompts. Like I guess, but like how is there going to be any real consistency at that point? And not only that, but how do you even evolve the game at that point, you know? I think it's kind of crazy. I think that's very crazy to think about. But other areas that you see it and you don't really typically think about it, it's like sports. Sports are absolutely eating this stuff up, and I think that is something interesting to watch. You have NHL Edge, which is, I'm pretty sure, LLM powered or AI or machine learning powered somehow, some way. I think that would be pretty interesting to see how they can predict future seasons based off of stats. I'm sure they're already trying it out. I remember watching years and years and years ago is the Seth Bling videos on him making some AI. I shouldn't say AI. It was more so machine learning models to train on Super Mario Brothers. I thought that was awesome back then. See, like, those are cool uses of machine learning and all that. I think that is fantastic. It's definitely a different approach. Wow, look how small this original circle was. Yeah, that is something. Yeah, we're gonna have to clear a lot of this out, and I think this is gonna get built out that way a bit. Or we can keep that up there and then make like kind of like a fountain thing, like I've been saying I wanted to do. I think that's what I'm gonna go for, is making that. Because you kind of need like a centerpiece for the base, and then you build everything around that. We don't really have that centerpiece yet. So I think once we have this and it's all built out, I think that might be a very, very cool piece to showcase and really keep our eye on. We gotta empty out our inventory. If I keep going, I'll just keep yapping, and then never empty, empty my inventory. Wow, I can't use words. It's all right. Words are hard. Ouch. Okay. We have gravel. That's andesite. Gravel. Gravel and andesite look too similar. Got dirt. Got more granite. More dirt. Diorite up here. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying this stream and what I have been doing, feel free to drop a sub. It helps the channel out, and it gives me more motivation to do more streams. Make some more chill streams where we're just doing some massive builds. And then we get to showcase them all in the YouTube video, which is also uploaded to this channel. So it's kind of your one central hub for anything Crusade. But to stay away from the plugging, I'm going to not talk about that. It's alright, I could talk about subs all day, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not the person to really care too much about it. If you sub, you sub. If you don't, you don't. It don't matter to me. All that I care about is that you're enjoying what you're watching. And sure, you probably just found this random ass dude on the internet who's currently hitting their shovel against a piece of gravel or dirt, whatever. Why me? I don't know. But yeah. Life is weird. Hey, didn't we make a game off that called Life is Strange? Nah. No, they did not. I always talk about things that I really hope for and wish for in the future. And one of the things I've always said is if I could do YouTube as a thing on the side and kind of just be able to have a place to vent and kind of speak my mind, I would always appreciate that. As do many people. I was never really in it for fame, and I'm not really in it to have fame. More so want to have this as a project for myself, to teach myself consistency, and to also kind of teach myself to not be lazy about things, because I think those are kind of the two things that I struggle, is consistency and not being lazy. And that also comes with motivation. So how do you motivate yourself to keep pushing and doing what you want to do? You could sit here for years trying to get something that you really, really want. So let's talk about short-term goals. So short-term goal, something I really, really want is a massive build in-game in Minecraft that I get to call my own. It's something that I built, and I've never really had that before, where I've done massive builds. I've done large builds. The breadcrumbs video, you can consider that to be somewhat of a large build. Definitely still working on growing that one out a bit more. I would love to get it to the point where I can do some very, very, very large projects on that server. In fact, it will be making a comeback. I know I said in the one video that it was done. We're bringing the group back together, and we're going to finish that up, I think, and try to push that server a bit further. I think the thing that turned it off for me was that I wanted to play a new version, and I wasn't getting that with playing on there. So that was kind of the main thing that turned me away, is that I just didn't have the latest and greatest, as they would say. But the one thing that I think I'm going to really want to try is more automation. It's something I haven't done too much in Minecraft. I can't say that. I actually cannot say that. I can't believe I actually just said that. I'm very good with redstone. And trying new things. So one of the things I made recently, for example, is that I'm using the copper golems to sort for larger systems, to basically remove the ice water stream thing. Although that is a lot more efficient, I think the copper golems are cooler. And it'd be pretty cool to see them just kind of do their own thing. So I was going to build that out, and I built out an entire system that allows you to have a full chest for a single item that they would be sorting. And it actually worked out relatively well. The major downside is that you hear them open and closing the damn chest every 2 seconds. And if they had a way that you could just power the chest just to turn it off, that would be absolutely phenomenal, but they don't. So you have to sit there and you have to vent something new. So I created this whole entire piston and trapdoor situation where they drop down into a trapdoor space. They can't see the chest anymore. And then when you wanted to sort, they all pop back up. And I was going to try to automate that, but the issue is that there was no real way of telling if there were items still circulating or if they were still holding items. Maybe in modded I could do it, but not in vanilla, and I was very sad by that. But maybe if I look for it hard enough, I could probably find a way to get that to work, because honestly, that would be probably a pretty big game-changing redstone machine there for a lot of people. Makes your massive storage rooms kind of just way better. Less headache of trying to figure out what goes into what chest. The only downside with that system, I believe, was the buffer, though. If I'm not mistaken, you still needed a pretty giant buffer. Alrighty, so we're wrapping up the last few blocks here. Whoops, couldn't use English there for a second. The last few. Alright. Cool, so we got that mined out. I hate to break it to you, that's only part of it. These need to be covered. I need to make sure these corners are all perfectly rounded, and that we don't have any extra blocks just off to the side mined out, because that's going to make it very hard for me later. So the idea would be is that we have like this little path on the outside where we can sit here and run to different parts of the base, and then we come up and we have our main part of the base up here. Yeah, I really do like this so far. I think this size was actually going to be perfect for what we're going for. Now the question is, do we want to block it off from the out here and kind of make it like you have to enter in and it's like a kind of like a dungeon thing? I'm really not sure. Not sure on that yet. But the next thing that we're going to want to do is that top layer. Definitely needs to get that top layer going. So best way to do it is just go around your edges like this and kind of just get those blocks off from the wall, and then you can just kind of mindlessly mine everything else. I know we have that cave over there. We're going to have to do something with that at some point, more than likely. Okay. We are wrapping this up on this little edge here. Okay, cool. Now we actually got to remove the rest of the layer. That was just the start of it. Luckily, this pickaxe that we got is pretty strong. Unbreaking, or efficiency 5 or 4, unbreaking 3. I have another unbreaking 3 pickaxe. Oh, actually, you know what? I should probably go combine those now. Now that I'm thinking about that. Should be in here. Yeah. I want to combine these two. It might be expensive, but honestly, kind of down for it. Do I not have an anvil? I don't. Do I have the iron for it? Yes, I do. And we're going to put this upstairs with the rest of the stuff. That goes right there. So, too expensive. Dang it. I really wanted that to work. Okay. Unfortunately, that does not work. We tried. That might be something good to combine with Silk Touch, however. Alrighty. We need to grab the rest of this. I should have emptied out my inventory while I was up there. So let's talk my thoughts on the NHL, because like I said, I'm a huge hockey fan. I'm going to talk hockey when I can, and if I can give myself the opportunity to, I will. So how about them Devils? Coming up in the news today saying that there is trade discussions between the Wild and the Devils for Quinn Hughes. I will never, ever, ever complain about that news. In fact, my Discord name has been Quinn2NJ for quite a while. As a meme. Like, I never thought it was actually going to happen, but now that there's like discussions and if that is actually a headline and it is a real thing, I will be the happiest person alive. I might live stream for 24 hours if that happens. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I've got to do a 24/7 live stream at some point, though. That is going to be a, or 24-hour live stream. It is something that I want to do at some point in the future. Just have a whole entire day playing games. Probably not the healthiest for me, but a little bit of coffee won't hurt. Probably have to start at like midnight on Friday or Saturday and then go into Sunday. That'd probably be the best way to do it. So that means I would have to sleep right through it. Or just as soon as I get home I'd have to sleep and then wake up several hours later to play. Maybe I make that my thousand subscriber challenge thing. Once I get 1,000 subs, I gotta do a 24-hour stream. I think that's a pretty okay goal. But going back to the NHL stuff, What did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, so New York Rangers, they're bad this year. I will never complain about that. And our inventory's full. I'll never complain about the Rangers being bad. Absolutely will never complain about that. I think that's quite obvious. I'm a Devils fan. Let's sleep before we do that. And I also want to trade that wheat. The more that the Rangers are bad, the happier I tend to be, because that just means that I don't have to sit there and listen to irate Rangers fans berate my stories and posts and stuff with, oh my god, they're such a bad team, blah blah blah, and it's like, all right, but you guys are also doing bad, so like, what are we really arguing about here, or trying to make the point of? Now, if it's the Mets, however, and the MLB, I will do that all day. I don't have an issue with dunking on the Mets. In fact, it's my favorite thing to do. Just kidding. I won't do that all day. I really don't like the Mets, though. The Mets are kind of a funny clown team. All leagues have to have that, though. Alrighty. I know that some of these are not done, but that's okay. Alright. One of these guys were trading wheat, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Come on. There we go. Now he's walking towards me. And then I take these seeds, just throw them in here. Make some bone meal. Alright, cool. And then we'll go feed whatever cows we can with this. That's what I usually do, is just go up here, feed a couple. Cool, that's all we had. Back down we go. Okay. And we continue our wonderful journey of mining all these blocks out. Today on the mining simulator, we've mined a lot of blocks. Yep. Alrighty, so NHL, like I was saying, Rangers bad, I'm happy. Cool? Cool. Very, very simple math to put together. Devils good, Crusade happy. Okay, cool. Rangers bad, Crusade happy. Cool. Alright, we established that. Kraken good, Crusade happy. Only reason why I like Kraken, because they are a very unique team identity. And also Joey Decord has got a YouTube channel, and it's been very interesting to see how NHL players train, especially goalies. I think that's the coolest thing ever. And it's also a different point of view, like pro sports, that you never get to see. I've seen the pro side of like BMX and scootering and all that, because I used to work at a skate park back in 2017. That was owned by the legendary Scotty Kramer. Well, his family owned it. His mom and dad owned that, and then he owned a bike shop. And unfortunately, both of their stuff has closed up for business. Which I'm a little bit bummed about, because Scotty was an awesome person to be around. And before the accident, seeing him ride in person was just next level. There was nothing ever like that. Like, you see a lot of pros throw crazy things during like X Games and all that, and they really send it. But when they're training for those tricks and learning and like thinking about how they're gonna put things together, and they're doing that live right in front of you, that is something else, man. 1000% would absolutely love to see that again. But Scotty unfortunately had that very, very big accident. And it's kind of scary to see how fast one accident can kind of change your life. Very, very sad. Very sad, but honestly, seeing him ride a bike again was one of the coolest things ever. As one guy I will always say is an actual champ. That man put a lot of hours on that bike, and he still is even after that major accident. But yeah, seeing the stuff in that park was really cool. Tanner Fox was actually around then. I forgot about him, man. His channel, I don't even know if he's still doing YouTube. I don't pay attention to his channel anymore. That was a completely different time of YouTube, though. I've got stories that I could probably tell one day. I just gotta do it when the time is right. Let me drink some water here. I've been yapping for the last hour without any water. Sorry if you guys heard any of that. Probably makes for some fantastic game sounds. Imagine they added a water thing to Minecraft. You have to drink water so often. I think that's something they should do. Make the game a little bit more advanced. Okay, we are definitely getting there. So I'm going to try it again. NHL. I know, I just was like, yeah, it's cool to see how they train in the background. Oh, wait, and I saw that before with Scotty Kramer. No, but to actually talk about NHL stuff, it's kind of cool seeing the guys around the rink and stuff, like seeing some random pros pop up here and there. I have not seen them directly, but somebody in the league that I play in had Matthew Tkachuk, or no, Brady Tkachuk, stop into their their dentist office, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. An NHLer going to a dentist office is like just classic. And the fact that it's just like somebody in our league got to see that was pretty chill. I think that's absolutely hilarious. But maybe I should upload one of our hockey games one day. I think that would be something pretty cool to cover. Maybe get an NHLer to talk on it. Oh, I don't have that poll, man. I could never get that to work. That'd be one expensive ass cameo to get somebody to do. I don't think I would ever pay for that, honestly. I don't think I could ever afford it. Alrighty. We got a good portion of this done. So the next thing is, for me at least, to get this to where I want it to be. Alright, so there's several things that we got to do. we need to kind of blow the ceiling up in a way to make the okay, to make it kind of like jagged and not super smooth, because having a flat ceiling is not going to look good in this build. Yeah, that will not look good. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need some TNT, first of all. Second of all, that means that we're also going to need a creeper farm. That ran. Did this ever run up? Yeah, it did just run. Must have just literally ran. I think we could probably get away without TNT. It will take a lot longer. But honestly, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, so close. What if I... Alright, so that's full. Sure, give me bread. Journeyman. I do not like your trades, bud. Do I have an axe up here? I do not. I need to rub the axe. I think I have to just keep cycling until I get mending in there. Right? Once you do trade with a villager for the first time, their trades lock in and cannot be rerolled anymore. Okay. That's not too bad. It's just a matter of, like, we have to get, well, we're going to have to get a breeder either way. First of all, we need a breeder. Definitely need a breeder. Second of all, to make the breeder, we need a lot of things. Actually, we don't really need a lot of things. I just am lazy and will not make it yet. How about I just be truthful? How about that? How does the lantern look on that? Ah, I don't like that. Put them on the corners. Oh, can't stack them there. Yeah, I don't like that. And to say, we have a lot of copper, a lot of dirt. A lot of paper. And coal. We had a lot of things. Alrighty. I think we do one more layer. Actually, I have a way of shaping this. I think. Alright, so we're gonna leave the blocks on the that have two facing. So like this. Because I want to give it kind of like a sphere-like thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the roof to kind of decorate and hang things from. So this part's a little bit tricky. This block needs to get swapped out. In fact, we're just gonna replace this with andesite for now. We can always come back later and do that. Can I get through this entire thing without breaking one wrong block? The world may never know. Looks like I will. I probably just jinxed it. Alrighty, so that's one layer done. Now we gotta remove all these. It's the only tedious thing of this project. And as a matter of fact, let's use cobblestone to fill this. Cool, now we get to take out this entire layer. This is going to be quite the journey. Man, this has been a hell of a stream here. We've really gotten a lot done over here. I will not complain. Nice thing is we're also getting a lot of iron and random tidbits out of this as we even go in. My only fear is, as we go on, I think that cave is going to become a little bit of a more of an annoyance, but it is what it is. Also, if this goes above ground, as far as like the sphere part of it goes, I think we could top this all off with glass so we can at least see outside at night. I think that would be something kind of cool. It might mean that we have to move the cow farm, but if that's what it comes down to, I'm totally open to doing that. But this is what I like to call freestyling, and the reason why I like to freestyle a lot of my builds is that it gives it more uniqueness, and you can really kind of sculpt in a better way than it being kind of inorganic. And what I mean by that is, like, you could tell when somebody has gone down out in creative and built it 20 times over and then use a blueprint to bring it to vanilla. As much as I think that is still a good thing to do, I don't like the concept of just copying and pasting like blueprints. I kind of don't like that. Plus, there's a thing like when you go and build a build completely in vanilla and you don't use anything else as like a reference, I think it's a very, very, very hard thing to do. What was I doing? I was grabbing more diamond. We're gonna probably need some mine for diamonds relatively shortly. Yeah, that's fine. Only 3 diamonds. For the amount that we're getting out of this pickaxe, I really don't mind it. It's almost 10 o'clock. I think 10 o'clock might be our stop point for the night. If not, it might be 11. Just depends on how I'm feeling in 15 minutes. Although I'd like to record and get some footage done for the next video. So it's not like just kind of a surprise of what I'm doing. Man, it would really be nice if I got a wither by now. Really needs to get a wither spawned at some point. But I won't lie, I like coming home, turning off my brain, mining for a little bit. It's kind of nice. Alright, our inventory's full. Need to eat. Unintentionally, this is a very good Enderman farm. I'm not gonna complain about getting 3 ender pearls from that. Wow, that was kind of a lucky find right there. And they're placing grass down on my base. Damn Enderman. Just placing with things down wherever they feel like it. But hey, I got 6 blocks from Enderman dropping them without me silk touching so far. That's right, that chest is full. It is daytime outside. I think we already have a dedicated chest in the storage room. Don't know what I was doing there. Yeah, we do. Alright, so we only need 2 more ender pearls and then we can go to the end. It's really not too bad. I think some of the things I also want to do in this base, I think a slime farm would be pretty nice. If I can get a slime farm, that would be pretty massive. It makes a lot of redstone builds a lot easier. I don't have to sit there and start searching it for hours and hours and hours. Just literally farm in the base. Alrighty. Wow. Look how small this old one was compared to the new one. Starting to take shape, slowly but surely. I think we're going to have to grow some bamboo as well. So that way when we do end up building out more, it's not too much of an issue. Wow. This will all naturally just kind of, like, we'll see, like, we have to, like, kind of dig this out and then blend it in. I think that won't be an issue. Wow. This is really starting to come together. You're going to hear me say wow a lot when I work on this build, but the sheer scale of it is something that I've never kind of done before. Never to this scale. Let's see how we're doing on pumpkins. We're getting there. We're doing pretty good. What about on kelp? Kelp, we're getting there. Still no other blocks yet. The issue is with this kelp farm, and I've said it many times, this smoker does not get backed up. So what I think I'm going to do for the time being, alright, so you get kelp. I want that to back up with kelp. We're going to purposely flood our own system. So you can go in there. And then eventually I need to put the other 2 kelp farms in. That's got to be a project for another day. And then this sugarcane farm could be a little bit more efficient if I put more observers down. But I am not doing that just because I can get away with 1. Why not? If I can get away with 1. That's pretty much how it goes. This is already almost grown. Cool. I think this is where we're going to end off the stream for tonight. I really appreciate everybody who has come out and watched the stream tonight. You guys are all fantastic. Make sure you subscribe if you are planning on watching some more of my content in the future. I've got plenty of YouTube videos out there. There's 7 episodes on this rolled. Soon to be 8, and there's also a whole entire other series called Greg Tech New Horizons. That pack is a bit more expansive and very hard, so if you want something that's a little bit more technical and modded, that is definitely the series to watch. But yeah, I think this is a great spot to end it off here for today. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Smash that sub button. It very much helps. If you guys are on Kick, make sure you follow. And if you guys are on Twitch, make sure you drop a follow there as well. And I will see you guys all later on another stream, possibly tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow's stream, assuming that I am going to stream. Should be around 6, maybe 7 p.m. Eastern time. 6, 7. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.